Hello, welcome to Wellness Wednesday, episode 16. It's Scott here from Scott Inside Out Natural Mental Wellness. Thanks for tuning in, whether it's live or you're watching me later. And this is Lift Me Up Part 2. So what I'm doing in these series of videos, I forgot to say it's my good friend Mikey here, the mic cover and Mike. With these series of videos with Lift Me Up, what I'm doing is I'm sharing strategies that I do to help lift my mood when I'm feeling low or mildly depressed. And again, some of these may resonate with you, some of them may not. I'll be sharing even more next week. And I just encourage you to be open-minded. And if it doesn't resonate with you, throw it out. But I'm optimistic that, and setting the intention that with everything I share with you over this week and next week and in the future, that there will be ones in there that do resonate with you that actually help lift your mood. So today's topic for Lift Me Up is to really think or write the reasons why you're feeling low. And so, for example, earlier this week, I was actually having a bad day, and I got thinking, okay, what can I do to shift this? So if you're a writer, you can write this out. If you want to think about it, that's great as well. But what I'd like you to do is to just think about those reasons why you're feeling low. And second step is for the ones that you can change, write out one action step for each. So for example, if you're feeling low because, let's say you don't like your height, you're either too short or too tall. Okay, that's not something you can change. So only for the ones you can change, write out one action step for each. And what I'd like you to do is, once you've written out that one action step for each, is to put a star beside up to 3 of those items. Again, you may have 1 item, you may have 10 items, I'm not sure. But pick up to 3 of them and put a star beside them. And then take action on that. So I'm going to give you some examples from my life from earlier this week for what I did. So first of all, I still have some back pain. This was from moving a few weeks ago. It's just mild, but bottom line is my back's not 100%. So what I did is I did ask a few people for referrals, and I booked a session with a local chiropractor in town here who does multiple modalities. So I'm actually having an appointment with him tomorrow morning. And I'm looking forward to that because I'm really optimistic that I'll have an action plan moving forward of how I can get my back to 100%. And more importantly, how I can keep my back healthy moving forward. Another thing that was making me feel a bit low this week was some stress around money. At this current time, I have a little more debt or previous investments, as I refer to them, more debt than I'd like to have. So what I've done is I've actually booked time to start organizing my tax receipts. I'm embarrassed to say I'm actually behind on my income tax filing, and I always get a return. So I do have time set aside tomorrow to actually start organizing these receipts, and I'm optimistic that before the end of this month I'll get those submitted. And another thing I was low about this week, July tends to be a tough time for me. Both my parents, many years apart, had very serious illnesses in the month of July, and I just find when it's July, I quite often think back to those times, either when I was young as a boy watching my dad be ill with cancer, or when I was an adult and watching my mom battle through strokes. So sometimes in July I will come back to those memories and those thoughts. And what I've done is I've really focused on an attitude of gratitude. I'm really grateful that I was able to spend time with my parents despite them having illnesses, and I'm really grateful to have had such wonderful parents. So for this Lift Me Up Part 2, for those of you who this resonates with, I'd love to hear your comments. So please either comment below the video, or if you feel comfortable doing so, if you don't, send me an email. I'm at support@scottinsideout.com. I'd love to hear how it's going for you. So the second part of Wellness Wednesday is me going over the same 5 questions every week. And again, this is for me to be consistent to myself, first of all, and also to show those of you out there that I am consistent with different things in my life. So the first question is, what are you looking to improve in this coming week? And I know that I said last week I would do an update on it this week. So what I'm looking to improve, or what I was looking to improve, was to fully organize my room at my new place. And you know, I'll be honest, it's not quite there. So that's something that I've already scheduled some time to do that, and I'm optimistic it'll be fully organized for sure by this time next week. So I will let you know. Second question is, what are you grateful for? I'm grateful to have received what I call a custom-made TRX in the mail today from a friend in Vancouver. For those of you who don't know, TRX is it's kind of like a suspension strap system where you do body weight workouts. It's something I've done in the past a few times, and I know a few people that use them quite a bit. And I have a friend in Vancouver that essentially made one for me out of climbing rope. And we're having a call tomorrow, and he's going to go over how I can start using that, because I'm looking forward to getting overall physically stronger and more functionally strong using body weight. And nice thing about that system is I can use it at home, I can use it outside, I can use it the odd time I travel. It's portable, it's small, it's lightweight. So I'm excited to start using that. What's a highlight from your last week? So for me, today I had a 3-hour video call. As you may know, I'm an instructor for Universal Sphere, which is a next generation energy tool. And the call today was ensuring that I'm comfortable teaching and that I know the new curriculum. We're starting an expanded and upgraded Universal Sphere workshop starting August 1st. And so my call today was with one of the founders of Universal Sphere, and it was ensuring that I'm knowing all the new material, that I'm able to deliver it well, and also answering all my questions. And what I loved about the call today is that I learned a ton of stuff, even more about Universal Sphere and Ascension, and different planetary changes that are happening or going to be happening. So that was a big highlight for me. Covered a lot of ground in 3 hours today. What's a win from your last week? A win for me is I made camping pizzas for the first time this week at home. When I was camping 2 weekends ago in Glacier in Montana, my friend showed me how to make what she calls her camping pizzas. Essentially, it's like a modified enchilada, I would say. So anyways, I made those here at home. They turned out well. Next time I'll add more cheese, that's for sure. But I was happy with how they tasted. And nice thing is I made a couple of them, and then I had one of them as leftovers the next day. And the last question is, what are you looking forward to in the next week? I'm really looking forward to that chiropractic appointment tomorrow to assist my back in getting back to 100% health. And so that way I can do what I want to do. I know the last few weeks I haven't done any interval workouts, running or biking, which I normally do a couple of those a week. And in my experience, those are so good for my fitness. And I really didn't want to stress my back, so I stopped doing those. And so I'm looking forward to this appointment tomorrow to see what ideas and suggestions and action steps he has for me. So for those of you enjoying these videos and getting value from them, I'd really appreciate you hitting like for this video, commenting, and also subscribing if you feel called to. And with Scott Inside Out, there's a lot of things coming up in the next few months, so definitely keep an eye peeled. I'll be sharing a few things here coming up, And remember to make your mind your ally. Take care.